Welcome back, guys. We are now on to the third movement of the workout, which is going to be the flat back dumbbell press. So if you missed the first video, we've already done a deficit push-up for a warm-up, and then we did some singles with the incline bench press. Now we're moving on to a flat back dumbbell press. All right, so there's 8 reps. One was unilateral. I do that just for, I guess you'd say, neurological purposes, being able to recruit individual muscles on either side. Allows you to focus more on making sure you're pushing just as hard with your left arm as with your right arm. They're a good idea if you are, especially if you're in a machine, they're safer for sure. If you're a beginner, I would advise starting with a machine, not dumbbells, but doing them with a machine can help a lot if you have a significantly weaker non-dominant arm. So some people, you know, if you're right-handed, your left arm might be a lot weaker, so you end up pressing, you know, off kilter. The bar comes up at an angle. So doing 1 or 2 reps extra on the weak side, or if you're rehabilitating an appendage that's been injured, not a bad idea at all. But you know, be purposeful and be consistent with whatever you're doing. There really isn't a wrong way to work out, but there is a way that will be much more efficient and effective, and that is coming at it with a plan, right? Or an intent, at least. Don't just go in there saying, oh, I'm gonna lift weights today, and then just kind of pick a few of these up, do a few of those, and some crunches, and then you bounce, you know? Tell yourself, today I wanna focus on my core and my stamina. So you're doing circuit training, you're doing multiple exercises in a row, maybe even doing them for timed intervals instead of an amount of reps. And you're doing a variety of things to get a wide range of stimulus on the muscles that you want to affect. So for me today, I want to improve my bench press, right? So I am, even though I did not start with bench press, I'm working on the entirety of the muscles that are involved in the bench press being better. So the push-up, the incline bench, now the dumbbells, those all work a different part of when it comes together what's going to be your bench press. Okay, so the warm-up is for elasticity and safety of the soft tissue. The pressing movement is for density and strength. The dumbbells now for stability, little stabilizer muscles, and strength and hypertrophy are a byproduct of just lifting heavy weight, right? After this, I will do probably a TRX fly, a body weight fly, which I'll show you guys at that point. And then I'll finish with a WOD, workout of the day, but not exactly like a CrossFit workout. It'll be exercises oriented around the muscles I'm trying to affect and the movement of bench press circuited together. So again, in layman's terms, I'll do like a cardio move to get my heart rate up, so like mountain climbers. Actually, it'll probably be burpees because that has a push-up in it. And then, a variation of push-up, variation of plank, and then a short rest, So I don't know. I always, my brain is a squirrel cage, and I'll sometimes have a plan going into a workout, and then I start working out, and I'm like, you know what? I would rather do this and this and this and this and this, which sometimes works out well. Sometimes it does not. It depends on the state of the squirrel cage, I guess. So I'm trying again to make things more efficient, and in doing that, I'm choosing fewer exercises to try to concern myself with, and just doing the few that I do pick better. So yeah, quality, not quantity. So these are only 55-pound dumbbells. They're the heaviest ones I have in the garage right now. So I slow down the rep range. The late John Meadows, may he rest in peace, really turned me on to, or I guess reacquainted me with, the concept of varying your rep tempo. And he would go so far as to go super slow on both the eccentric and concentric, the up and the down of the movement, not just the negative eccentric going down. A lot of people can go slow on the way down. Going that slow on the way back up, so you're doing like a 3 or 4 second descent and a 3 or 4 second ascent on purpose, dude, talk about some muscular fatigue. That'll bring the pain in a hurry. That guy was an intelligent and likable man. I miss seeing him. Oh. 2 sets down, we're gonna do 3 total. So hopefully you guys have learned something or gotten a little snippet out of all of the verbiage that I throw at you. The reason I'm breaking the videos down into segments is because I know that I have the tendency to put a lot of information into the videos that I take for granted as common knowledge, but not everyone in the world has buried themselves in muscle magazines, physiology books, and seminars, you know, on the like. So I don't expect that everyone has the same level of enthusiasm or knowledge that I might, but that's okay. Some is always better than none. Learning how your body works and seeing what it's capable of is, in my opinion, paramount to having a balanced life. Yeah, I don't know how people can really be happy or even go through a day without thinking about their physical being and how they can better that, whether it be through nutrition or exercise. I know that not everyone has the time to devote to sitting around and making a video about, you know, how to improve your bench press and whatnot, but we all do have the time to make good decisions, because fitness is really the only hobby that I'm aware of that you can do 24 hours a day, because every decision you make, every decision on what you consume, what you allow to come into your body, the way you care for yourself and divide your time up in terms of sleep, stress management, all these things, they play a cumulative role in your overall well-being. So if you are a go person that doesn't have time for the gym, you can still meal prep or make healthy choices and not eat McDonald's 4 times a week. I'm not saying that you have to eat chicken, rice, and broccoli for the rest of your life, but experiment with what foods do what to your body. Keep a little food journal, even if it's a video log, and talk about, even if it's to yourself, how do you feel after you eat rice compared to potatoes, compared to bread as a carbohydrate source? How do you feel when you eat meat in general, and then different meats? Beef, ground beef, chicken, fish. Do they digest the same? Do they give you the same feeling afterwards? Do you feel like shit after you eat one but not the other? These are things that we need to pay attention to, right? Because, well, we're not educated about it, first of all. And I believe that that's purposeful. I believe that that is to keep us dependent on medications and genetically modified foods that slowly but surely make the population a little more malleable. We'll put it that way. Some of you might think I'm crazy. A lot of you might think that I'm not. The majority of you might still know that I'm crazy, but that I'm right about this idea. That's fair. But regardless, I can tell you from my personal experience that one of the only things that has really given me relief from depression and anxiety, especially when I was younger, like a teenager, is good nutritional habits. The amount of turbulence that left my body when I started eating food that I made that didn't come out of a box or a drive-through window, it was night and day, man. And I mean, I was struggling. Like, I was trying different antidepressants, mood stabilizers, this and that. And the doctors don't know. It's not really their fault. They're not educated enough either. They go to school to learn about medicine and diseases and surgeries and how to perform them. But I've literally had a doctor tell me, when I asked him to check my testosterone levels with my blood panel, which was for depression, I've had a doctor tell me that my testosterone levels don't have anything to do with whether I'm depressed or not. And I waited. I thought there was a punchline coming, because I was like, you can't be serious. And he was serious. He was serious. He sat there and he told me with a straight face and fully believed that an inadequate level of your primary male hormone is not going to cause you to be depressed or feel kind of shitty. What? That's like saying, I don't even know what it's saying. It's like, if you get your foot run over by a car and there's bones shattered and you go to get a cast on it, and the doctor being like, yeah, it's definitely broken, but I don't think the car had anything to do with it. Well, what then? I don't know. I'm not trying to rag on doctors, because they are underappreciated and overworked. They struggle with finding the truth and the correct schooling and mentorship, just like everyone else in the world. They're just humans. So it's not always the doctor's fault. It's our schooling. You can look at our history that we were taught as children in school. Bullshit. All of it. Lies on lies on lies. And there are people we learned about who really aren't that important, and people who have been incredibly important who don't ever even get mentioned in grade school curriculum, So, having said all that, I guess your choices are either sit there and be anti-everything and believe that you can't trust anyone and everyone's lying to you, or you could really just hone the skill of critical thinking and listen to 2 or 3 perspectives on a topic you're interested in, take what you believe and what works for you, discard what does not, and make your opinion based on that. I know that's a big reach there, but I promise you it works. Be a critical thinker. Seek the truth. Find the right answer, not just the first answer, not the fast answer, the right answer. And that's up to you, as each individual. So, I'm going to stop flapping my jaws and start working out my chest now instead of my mandible. which is your job, if you didn't know. So this is my last set. I'm gonna shoot for a minimum of 8 repetitions again, since that's what I got on sets 1 and 2. So that right there is a good example of why when you're trying to gain strength, you take longer rest periods between your sets. So I got 12 reps instead of 8 because I sat here and jabber-jawed at you guys for a few minutes and my fuel tank was replenished. So what causes muscle contractions? I don't even know if I want to go down that rabbit hole. There's things that influence your muscle contractions that take time to regenerate. Okay, so physiologically, only resting 10, 15, 30 seconds is not enough for your body to replenish those storage cells. I'm not going to go into what they are because there's multiple and they work on different levels at different times, different rep ranges. It's a lot, okay? But just know, eat healthy, stay hydrated, get enough sleep. Just start there. You'll be surprised how things pop off for you. So, now that I'm finished with this movement, I'm gonna reset things and come back at y'all with part number 3, which is gonna be the finish of the strength portion of this workout and the core cardio WOD creation that I will make between now and then to torture myself at the end of the strength portion. So the way I've been structuring my workouts, low intensity warm-up, high intensity strength training period, conditioning that involves those same movements you were working on in the strength training period, then you're done. So basically warm up the muscles involved, tax and train the muscles involved, work on the stamina and overall ability of those muscles involved, as well as your cardiovascular system, as well as burning a little more body fat and a few more calories if that's something that you need to do. So, thank you guys for your patience. Again, please like and subscribe. Help me to stay relevant and become more relevant and provide some knowledge that could very well save somebody's life. At the very least, make it better, right? So that's what I'm trying to do. That's the whole goal of this channel, is to cut down your learning time using my mistakes. So thank you for being a part of that. This is Adam Coleman at the Human Performance Project, and I will be back with y'all shortly.